I always wonder what species of tree it is that's got the white leaves on the back, the white on the lower part of the leaf, so that the tree looks white when it's blown a certain way in the wind. Like that one there. I'm up on Pennybont Common now. Been a bit busy from here to Crossgate, not as nice, but up on the plain now, signposted tonight, and this is the way I'd normally ride back if I was going back to parents, but I'm not going that way today. It's got the last summery sort of feel to it. Early autumn, 13 miles to Knighton, but I won't be going that far, just up to Veloviewer and then back that way. So I'll plod on to Llangwndlo it is, and then we'll work out a way back that way. So I'm not as sure of the way back as I am of the way out, so we'll get more interesting on the way back. Just dropped through Veloviewer, and now I'm heading to the Minority crossroads. There's 2 buzzards and 3 kites over the wood. Oh, and some more as well, way over there. I just stopped for a wee. I don't know what I'm on yet, actually. I haven't checked the mileage since Raider, so I was on 37 then. And I'm on 50 now, so it's not bad. Minority crossroads, and then Llangwndlo for the tile, and then we'll work it out in a minute. There's quite a lot of buzzards actually up there, kites and all. Yeah, very popular by the looks of it. Popular wood. Just stopped in a very, well, not very familiar spot, but I was last here 4 years ago when I rode to Aberystwyth to begin my master's year, and essentially, although I didn't know then, I have lived there pretty much permanently. So yeah, I'll pass through the village of Llangwndlo soon. It's only 2.5 miles from the junction. I'm being pushed along now with a semi-tailwind, which is a lot nicer. And I'm also off the main roads as well now for a fair chunk of the ride, as much as which way I decide to go back yet, I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, it's a nice run so far. I've just looked behind me and wondered what on earth that was. It looks like some sort of tower with an aerial on it. And then on the horizon up there, the cows. And I'm fairly sure my tile, I know it's up a steep hill, I think it's roughly over there. It's that time of year again. Ah! Got me. Not really. By the sounds of it, they were stood right next to the road, but obviously shooting away from it, because the shots were quite loud actually. There's a bit of a climb up, gradual, but it's a nice day. This is Llangwndlo village centre. Nice old village pub there. And the war memorial, the telephone box. Corner house. And the post box and the church up the hill. That's where I'm going, that's where the tile is. So Llanfair Church. No, I'm sorry, this Llangwndlo Church is up there, but Llanfair I don't know, I'm afraid. No worries. No. Llanfair? I don't know of a village called Llanfair around here. Anyway, I'll speak in a minute. On the climb up, and the centre has suddenly dipped down. That's the third drain I've passed in the middle of the road, which is a bit dodgy. Hope that woman found her church, because it looked like she was late for a funeral. Yeah, I'm just plodding up this. I'm confident I've got the tile now, but I'm going to do the lane. I thought it was going to be another Norton bank. It was as steep and it was as rutted up, but it's petered out into this easier bit. I've just got to worry about these drains in the middle of the road. I'd imagine when they were new it worked, but I've also just passed the Samatha meditation centre, so I'm not sure what that means really, but I was also only 6 miles away from the border, but if I was fitter I'd have probably gone for it and then come back, but I'm plodding back now. This is it, the granny gear return. That summit in that direction there's a place called St Michael's Pool. It is a real pool as far as I know. And then there's a crossroads here and there's off-road that way, and then that might actually be it. I don't know, that's a bit of a pond. And then I don't know if this turning around the camera will work on YouTube, but we'll give it a go. if you keep going that way, you can use a track to reach the A488 at a place called Coco's Wild Camp, which I always thought was in Aber because there's always a van with that written on it in Aber, but it's actually quite far out. And then down that way to Llangunllo, and I'm going this way to join back up with the B road which I left. Yeah, so we'll should be lumpy to drop down and then down onto the main road and then over the mountain to Llanano, where there is a church run by the Friends of Friendless Churches. There's a charity that looks after friendless churches, so I'll pop in there and have a look. Just feeling it after that climb though. The descent just opened up, so I thought it'd be nice to try and film it. I love this sort of landscape with the conifers and things. It makes it look perhaps more ancient and regal than it probably was, but woodpecker. Great spotted woodpecker. It's nice. Usually they call, but that one didn't. So Knighton's that way, and Llanano's that way. Well, Llanbista on the B road. And then eventually back to Aber. Not as steep, but much grottier. Oh, I missed it. There. I'll look that up and see what sort of event that would be. If it's for, I'd imagine is it Enduro? Enduro. It's probably off-road then. Maybe Beatrice wouldn't do it. Just the right time. Obviously it's not going, well actually it is going in the direction I would want to get on the train for, but it's going in the opposite way that I get on the road for. If that makes sense. That must be a request stop because just kept going. Just look. Swansea the next one, 16:35, and then Shrewsbury 17:20, and then Swansea again 19:18. So as your typical countryside station. You can see the house would have been a double track platform. You can see the brick going along, and it's an old house and there's some old Victorian places there, but no longer. Glad the railway line's still there though, and it, as I thought, it didn't have a ticket office. It's just get on the train and buy it. This train stops on request only, please signal clearly to driver. And there's a footpath sign here. Which footpath is this? It's not the Heart of Wales trail, is it? It's the Heart of Wales line. Might be. Got the train and the going over the Cungordy viaducts on the symbol. Oh, nice little place. Nice surprise common. Looks like it's going to drop down and steeply back up again. And such is the way with this terrain. Gorgeous though, a nice surprise. The bank. It is a bit of a bank. Behind me, and you can see where I've come from. Up to another junction. Find out what this says. I don't really need to film this, I'm wasting the battery a bit, but why is there a telegraph pole there going up and a wire to that one going down, and there's nothing else? I presume it goes underground, but it's like, yeah, that was it. Lots of buzzers about on the ride. I've just come up a hill. I've come down that one. There was a cattle grid at the bottom and I couldn't see it very well, and I thought I could have gone fast enough to bunny hop it, but there was a slight bend and I didn't really know what was around the bend, so in the end I had to brake and go over it, and it was quite. They weren't straight bars, they were like that. It's a gorgeous day. It's 3 o'clock now, so get to Llanano maybe before 4 o'clock. I really have no idea, but I want to be on my way to, I want to be in the Wye Valley on my way towards Llangurig by 6 o'clock. But I don't know if that will happen because it's up and down, as you can see. Very little about, there's only farm traffic about. Well, one tractor. So we'll join back up with the B road for a bit, and then it's back on the lanes to Llanano. And I'm looking forward to seeing the church. And that's in good barn, hidden away. You wouldn't notice that if you were looking for a bivvy, I bet. You could see it when you don't need it, but if you needed it, you wouldn't know. But now I know it's here, hopefully I can remember it. Yeah. It's called Cantel, that tiny hamlet of a farm. It's got its own road sign and place name and everything. It doesn't come up on the map though.